First of all, it's striking to me that with all this fear that is among students, fear of deportation, which is real, by the way. You see many of the pro-Palestinian students scrubbing their social media. Number one is the astonishing lack of repentance, where no matter how heavy the consequences that are about to come their way, no matter how strong the realization that maybe that frenzy of pro-Palestinian nationalism that made for a rise in 800% in anti-Semitism on campus, very few have actually come and said, look, it was a mistake. I should not have made my fellow Jewish students feel so unsafe. And so to me, that in and of itself is a reason to say, look, you're making your fellow students unsafe. The fact that someone has participated in that movement and failed at any given point to say, look, I never would want to make my fellow students unsafe. I would never want to side with a movement that supports Hamas and Hezbollah. The fact that there's such an astonishing lack of repentance is concerning to me, and therefore I would say that is definitely a motivator to say, look, these students there is no repentance there, and it would make me inclined to say, look, these students are a danger to the future of our life here, because they not only were they part of a very anti-Semitic movement, but they never ever expressed any repentance. That's what one thing that I'm thinking here, and the other is that what would happen if it was the other way? Meaning, what would happen if indeed there was a different administration? Let's say there was a president, Bernie Sanders, and he would say, you know what, we're going to deport all Zionist students, or someone would have done something literally to us as Jews like it was done to us in Germany in the 1930s. How many of these groups would participate in that? And knowing them, I tell you with 100% confidence, they would be sitting in the lounges of universities, in Starbucks, in every cafe in the area, and they would be making lists and filing with ICE to have us all deported. Have no doubts about that. Make no mistakes. That is what would be happening today. And so, should we be reporting to ICE students who are anti-Semitic